the better guy. Hello everyone, it is the Banter Guy here, and welcome to Dark Souls 2. Now, I've already made a video about my discussion, my thoughts, my opinions of Dark Souls 2, but it isn't the same unless I show it to you. So, we're playing in offline mode, we've got version 1.05, calibration 1.10. So yeah, I've put about 250 hours into Dark Souls. I put 60 hours into this game to complete it and to start another game as a different character. And let me tell you, the vastly superior game is Dark Souls Prepared to Die Edition compared to this. Now, before anyone asks, no, I'm not going to do the DLC because I don't like mail order bullshit DLC, which is what that is. And after playing this game through to completion, I don't really want to. So, yeah, without further ado, let's start this. And I'm playing with the Xbox 360 controller here on the PC, so, you know.
Perhaps you've seen it. Maybe in a dream.
And this is the first problem I have with the game. Rather than putting you straight into character creation, it has to go through this opening FMV cinematic, which, by the way, you see these graphics right now? Bullshit, the game looks like that.
A thing that feeds on souls.
The Spindle of Doom.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. Cause they fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare.
Well, that is your fate.
Thanks, yeah.
The fate of the curse.
Yeah, don't do it. You twat. You absolute twat. Okay, so here we are in the game. After that absurdly long cutscene. But then, you know, so did Dark Souls, so I can't really be angry at that. And wow, these are some next-gen graphics going on here. I'm running it at pretty much medium graphics because I don't exactly have a high-end PC rig. My rig's about £500, which is about $800, maybe a little less, but it's not nearly powerful enough to run this game at anywhere near close to a decent frame rate. Because right now I'm getting about 20-25, so you know, it's alright I suppose. But yeah, here we are in Things Betwixt. That was... How did we fall in here? Like seriously, how did we fall in here? This is just... Oh, goodness, okay. So yeah, right, now, first problem with the game is this character is quite obviously male. And freaking ugly as all hell. That's the first problem, because in the other games you would jump straight into character creation, you'd make your character, then the game would play out its cutscenes and so on. But no, you have to go through this opening sequence, which involves you just having your stuff hidden by some really shitty clothing, but, I mean, it's just amazing, because they've handled this situation so well in the previous games. I don't know why they couldn't have done it just the same way here, because no one would have been angry at you for doing it that way. It just... Oh, whatever. Yeah, because these little things scuttling around at the start as well. And if we go over here... Yeah, we get a rusted coin. That basically increases your chance to find things, but they don't call it that in this game, they just call it luck. Again, very obscure stuff at the beginning of the game. And yeah, this is the old hut that you have to get through, so, you know, may as well do that. But there's another item just before we get there, which is down here. Small and silky stone. Basically, you trade that to a bird that's in about 5 minutes worth more of gameplay before you actually get anywhere with this game. But yeah, okay, let's go in the hut, may as well.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow.
Thanks, I really needed that encouragement.
Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls.
That sounds more like a succubus to me, but never mind.
This is the fate of the cursed.
And wow, the animation quality in this game is piss poor, I'm telling you that now. Especially in these bloody cutscenes. Like, look at their mouths.
What is your name?
Yeah, right, I'll put in my freaking name. I'm gonna be a female character for this game, because why the f not? So what are we called? Felicia, why the not? Cannot be arsed with this game. Sorry I'm swearing so much, but honestly, this game, I just...
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
That looks nothing like a human. It looks more like a
Take
a really
closer
shitty drawing of, I don't know, some
Who do you think
ghost or
it's
some,
supposed
I don't know,
to
it's a, this game,
Deep into your past. Yeah.
Why is my heart black, Coney? I mean,
It's an effigy
it's just,
of you.
this opening cutscene is such a freaking put down. The other game was cool, you had dragons, you had Gwyn, you had Nito, you had everything going on, and now in this game you get some shitty, I don't know. I'm gonna see you the end of the character creation, I can't be arsed. But we'll just quickly discern our class, because I'm gonna go as a knight, because I don't want anyone complaining, oh you're going as magic again, what a cheap build. No, I'll go as freaking knight, and I'll get my healing wares, because that's always a really good gift. Alright, so I'll see you at the end of character creation. Alright guys, so finally got my character here, and she's looking, I mean, she's looking alright I guess, but there's really not a great deal you can do to make your character look sort of normal and nice looking, so we're gonna go with this because, you know, why not?
All people come here for the same reason.
And look at that
break the
beautiful,
curse.
beautiful animation.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Do you see why I don't like this game? It basically says, you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die. Look at the bitches laughing at me. Ugh. Not saying that's a bad thing or anything, because this game is marketed on its difficulty, but honestly, there's got to be a game there as well.
And trot along to the kingdom.
I'm not a horse.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Look at that animation! Look at it! That's awful. That's abysmal animation. It's horrendous. How many words can I make up? Well, I didn't really make up any of this, but I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Yeah. Now, because I'm a jammy bastard and got the collector's edition, I get all this stuff nice and early, and yeah, I mean, she's looking alright, I guess. I don't really, you know. The only reason I went with purple hair was because it sort of matches my logo, or my, well, not my logo, but you know, the colour of the text that is my name. So you know, may as well. Human effigy, that's a nice thing to get nice and early, and we'll two-hand our sword here. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to doing this game, guys, I'm just not. Here's our first bonfire, a proper bonfire anyway. Because if you die at the start, you just respawn back where you started the game, for some reason. So if we get this, you get a torch and a soul of a lost undead. So here we are, these are all the tutorials. I'm contemplating whether or not I should do them. I'll try and brush through them because I don't want to spend too much time here. I don't really like the area. And actually, what am I doing? I should probably equip one of the shields I get. That's a decent shield. Okay. So we got ourselves a 90% shield right off the start of the game. So right away, it's pretty similar combat style to Dark Souls 1. You know, light attack, heavy attack, so on. Hello. So that's all nice and simple. And then we've got that thing, which is, you know, nice difficult challenge this early on in the frickin' game. That's the new backstab, by the way. Not a fan of it. The only backstabs I like are the dagger ones because they remind me of the original. Or they seem more clunky like Demon Souls, which is why a lot of people like Dark Souls more than Demon Souls, is because the game was less clunky, the moves were less likely to hit for no reason, and other such wonderfulness. Okay. Hello. Yeah, frame rate isn't doing anything for me, but, you know, it's playable. So yeah, this is just the tutorial section. Nothing that, you know, I'm not expecting as a Dark Souls veteran, so, you know. And the thing is, there's no Asylum Demon here, no tutorial boss to make newbies a bit acquainted with what kind of game they're playing, so that's another mark down for Dark Souls 2. There's no intro boss to give people an idea. So here's the bird you give the small and smooth silky stone thing to.
Give it smooth. Yes, you! Give us silky!
Who on earth voiced these things? They are so irritating. It's just, it beggars belief, really. There you go. And we get Boltstone. Oh, that's something. Yeah, shut up. Goodness gracious. And sliding down ladders is no longer just B, it's B while holding the left analog stick down. Yeah, the controls are a bit worse, because also another thing they changed was jumping. It used to be, well, it still is to an extent, and I've got it set to that. But if we go to the, you know, we go to game options, I think, yeah. And they've even marked it as a separate control here, because it can either be the left analog stick or B. I keep it as B because that's what I'm used to, but if you have it as left analog stick, I'll show you how you do that. Basically, instead of just moving forward and clicking it, you have to run forward, then hold, then press it to actually jump. It's really, really annoying and obnoxious. So we're gonna put that back to B so that I don't end up screwing up more jumps. There we go, nice and simple. May as well go in this one, because I think this is the third one, so I'll skip the second one, because who the hell cares? And so this one's teaching you about this, and as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, not as far as I'm concerned, you see this shortcut? This is used only one other time in the entire game. And by the time you get to it, you might have forgotten this, so it might even not be all that useful to you. Come on. There we go. Let's use a life gem, and get up the ladder here. And also you can fast climb up ladders, which just looks ridiculous. You shouldn't be able to do that, because that's not how you climb a ladder in real life. I'm not saying this game is supposed to be based on realism, but, you know, to an extent it's supposed to be. Okay, here we are, again with this guy, hello. You're not too concerned about you. And then they use another one just to reinforce the point that this is a possible thing you can do, even though I've only seen it used once in the entire game. I mean, maybe that was just me, maybe it is used more times, but honestly, is there even a reason to put it in if it's just such a scarcely used item, or scarcely used piece of tech? Because it would be good if there was other things, like, if, you know, you could kick down bridges the same way, or other shortcuts, but no, this is just a one situation kind of thing. Hello. Hello. End of him. Is there anything here? Right, now. I'm going to try this jump, and let's hopefully not screw it up. Here we go. Okay, we made it. Now, this is the difficult bit. The difficult bit is not getting across, the difficult bit is getting back with the short one up you get. So let's try it. Oh goodness, I'm so nervous now because I don't want to lose these souls. Oh, thank goodness for that, the game didn't screw me over. Because that's another thing, the jumping mechanic in this game, while it's the exact same button press, as I've said in my thoughts on Dark Souls 2 video, it's still the same problems with it, which is just, it's, you know, it's a hit and miss kind of thing. Like, will you actually land or will you not? Find out. Okay. Anyone else? No, that's it. Okay, then if you come down here, you can get a... This is another thing. Why is that a shortcut? Why is that a thing you can do? I don't know. Cracked red eye orb. Is there anything else in here? No, I don't think so. Okay, am I missing anything? No, that's the tutorial. Okay, let's move on with the actual game now, finally. It's only been, what? Well, it won't be that for you, but for me it's 25 minutes I've been playing this game. Which in my opinion is 25 minutes too long. Oh, I sound so pessimistic about it. Pessimistic? What's the term? Evil about this game. But honestly, it's intended with the best of intentions, so that if they make a Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne or whatever it is that From Software will work on in the future, that they don't make the same mistakes they did with this game, because the problems I have with this game stem from just a lack of understanding and from just trying to appease the fans. Like, there's one thing we're going to come across here very shortly, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the only reason it's there is just to appease the fanboys who like Demon Souls more than Dark Souls, which I don't get, because Dark Souls is an infinitely more polished, infinitely better game in my opinion. And don't worry, I've seen Demon Souls, I've even played a little bit of it myself, and I didn't like it nearly as much as I could have liked Dark Souls. And I know that's an unfair comparison because Demon Souls came out in 2009, whereas Dark Souls came out in 2011, but my point still stands. That was a mouthful and a half. Now let's go back here for a quick little detour, which is what another thing. See, Majula, it gives you 2 paths, as well as this, but it actually connects to 5 different places. So, I mean, it just seems like they weren't sure if they wanted this to be a linear experience, more like Demon Souls, or an open experience like Dark Souls, but either way they failed for either party, because I don't think that the linear works very well because it's not explained where you're supposed to go, and I don't think the open world works very well because there's only 2 locations that lead to 5 if you get certain items later on in the game. For instance, to remove this lady from being a stone, you need to get the fragrant branch of Yor, which you can only get much later in the game. As for now, there's this guy. Hello. Now that I have your attention, would you come out here so I can fight you? Now let's watch the AI at work. How long will it take them to get out of that room? See, in Dark Souls it'd been out like seconds ago, trying to be on me constantly. Okay, and there's him down. Now, will we have the same issue? No, he was actually a bit smarter. Well, that's something. Okay. Hello. Are you going to actually do a move? Well, he did something, but it wasn't very effective. And over here we have Lloyd's Talismans. I don't know if they still make mimics sleep when they're awake, or if you can hit them and still get the loot. I haven't tested that yet, which is kind of surprising because I've come across a few mimics, but on my other playthroughs I just killed them because I like getting the souls. So, you know, Lloyd's Talismans, they still actually, I haven't really checked a lot of the items, so they still, yeah, blocks Essence Recovery, so it still can be used as PvP stuff. I was wondering if they changed that, but no, it seems to be the same item. Anyway, let's keep trucking on to Majula. Which, by the way, I'll say one thing about Dark Souls 2. It's a nice looking game. It looks very, very nice, okay? I'm not going to badmouth it because my machine isn't powerful enough to run it at proper graphics, but like the general backgrounds look nice, and the music is fine, because honestly I love the music from Dark Souls. It gives you that atmosphere of the world you're in, whereas this music, I mean, Majula's good, and the music they used for the old Dragon Slayer, which is on Steam ×2, or version 2, whatever, that and the Ruined Sentinels music and the Dragon Rider music are all quite good. I just feel that Majula just seems a bit, I don't know. Well, I mean, not the music as such, but just like the general way it runs is just, you know, it's not the same for me. So let's press through the lag that's now accumulating because I'm in a wide open hub area. Again, my machine is not particularly good. So over here we have an item here, if we just knock this rock down. And we get an Estus Flask Shard. That is how you get more Estus. Now, because of the whole life gem thing, I've already explained in my video why I don't like that, because, let's be honest here, having that as a thing, it just becomes Demon Souls again, because you can just grind up life gems of 3 various types. So, you know, life gems, radiant, and old. So, you know, life gems are just the new grass from this game, so no crescent path for full grass, it's now just, you know, other crap. And that was a Titanite shard, was it? Yeah, I think so. Just get off the ladder. And there's this guy. Hello.
Oh. Welcome. Oh, sorry. I could really... Well,
Yeah, whatever, boy. Let's see, what do we have in items? Not much. Okay. Let's see, what else do we get? Well, there's an item over here. Now, I have a really big problem with Majula, especially because of one area. Which is... Okay, so, normally, you'd come in Majula from this way. So I'll just demonstrate that by going back over here. You'd come into Majula from here. You'd obviously see the bonfire and the tower straight away, but you'd also see that. That is a very obvious place to go, the arch that's just above her purple hair there. But actually, the way you're supposed to go, and the way most players should start the game, is back here. Now from the bonfire, it may be quite obvious where you're supposed to go, but the wall here kind of blocks the vision of it. So you have to actually get all the way around here specifically to actually see where you're supposed to go. Now, it took me 2 hours to figure that out. Now you might think, oh, you're just an idiot, and that may be true to an extent. But there were several other walkthroughs I watched of this game, and tons of people didn't see this. It must have been in the high 60s, maybe early 70s range of walkthroughs I watched, and most of them, maybe 60-70%, all went that way first, towards a very difficult area if you're a newbie. Which, I mean, for me, I'm a Dark Souls veteran, so I know about how the game works, but for those of you who are not, that is punishing, and it's only there to make you waste lives. Speaking of which, the dropping down to below 250% health is now what used to happen as curse result. Now in this game it's just what happens if you die too many times, and to get that you have to burn finite resources, and as currently we've only got one human effigy. So basically it's giving you one chance. It's like last chance saloon kind of bullshit. Now, this woman, this frickin' woman, she is the Emerald Herald. And she is annoying because she is the only place you can level up in the entire game, and you can only level up at her in Majula. When you see her at other places like Dragonlight Castle or the Dragon Place, you know, the place where all the drakes are in the Ancient Dragon, you cannot level up at her there. You have to come back to Majula where she miraculously appears every time you see her, and it just... Okay, right, okay, you can talk to her, hello.
Are you the next monarch?
I don't have a freaking clue.
Or merely a pawn of fate?
I don't have a freaking clue, I'm sorry.
Bearer of the curse. I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters.
Again, talking about how frail
Take
everything
this
is.
with you. May it ease your journey.
Okay, thanks. So we get the Estus Flask. That's something.
Go on and see the king.
Right. Now, when I first played this
He who
game...
made Drangleic what
Yeah,
it wanted.
yeah.
King Ven.
Ventric. Okay, you may now... Right. So I thought that was it. So now we can just go to the bonfire. Ah, lag. So now we can just go to the bonfire and level up, is what I thought. But no, it's got travel, attune spells, burn, which is a new mechanic, by the way, and you can burn that to prevent people from invading you, but there's no point in doing that. And then you've got your item box. You can put things in the item box, which is a nice touch, because I felt the bottomless box from Dark Souls was just a waste of 1,000 souls. So that's one nice thing they did. And also, this inventory system is a lot better, in my opinion. So you can see there. But the other thing, why do you have full ring slots? Why is that a thing? That is overpowered to no end. Hello.
Bearer of the curse.
Right, so you have to talk to her a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time.
However,
And so you have to talk to her 4 times before you're allowed to level up. That's bullshit. So there we are, level up screen. We need 900 souls because we're already level 13 for some reason. The highest level you could get from the start of the previous was the Pride, and that was level 6. Why you're so many levels taken in this game for pretty much the same stats? I don't know. Maybe to make the game harder. I don't know. Anyway, let's upgrade our Estus. So that's that done. So now we can actually have 2 Estus Flasks straight away, which is something. So there's that. Now, more bullshit, moving on, is up here. This is the 3rd time we have the Crestfallen Warrior character in a Dark Souls, or a Souls game, whatever you want to call it. Because he was in Demon Souls, he was in Dark Souls, and he's in Dark Souls 2. He was repeated 3 times. Now, I forgave them for doing it in Dark Souls because it was a different universe, it was a different character, to an extent, whereas this is just piss poor repetition. Hello.
You're undead,
He's voiced
aren't you?
by the same character. That is immersion shattering to no
The
end.
smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula.
Which, wasn't that
It is a
Apu's
kind
wife in
of
The Simpsons?
settlement.
Majula, I don't know.
A place where life is almost normal.
Almost.
And in Drangleic these days,
That's why there's undead.
there are very few places like that.
I cannot be bothered talking to her. But honestly, I mean, the water effects in this game are quite nice. And I'm not talking about the actual water you can interact with, I'm talking about the custom backgrounds and this kind of stuff. Which, I mean, it looks a bit... We, use our... Why are binoculars also a weapon in this game? I don't get that either. But, you know. I mean, it looks kinda nice, I guess. Although there's a few clipping issues in the distance, and there isn't much of a haze out in the horizon, although I'll give them credit, it looks nice. So that's something, I guess. Now, how much strength do we need for the mace? 14 and 9 dexterity, okay. That's my, the Homunculus mace was maybe a bit of an overpowered thing to get this early, but I used that for most of the game. First playthrough, I mainly focused on magic, but with that as my backup weapon, and it is hella strong. Over the name of Soldier, 3 more life gems. Okay. And there's this Morn over here who did something really stupid. Talk to him. Talk to him!
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. But now somebody's gone and locked the door.
So yeah, he packed his tools inside there, and someone locked the door on him, obviously. Now, there is one last thing I want to do in Majula before we actually head on to our first area. and sorry, my voice is a bit croaky today. It's back here. This is the warrior or the champion. What is it called? Hang on, I've got it quickly to the phone. This is the Company of Champions Covenant. Now, there's only 2 words to describe what this is: noob and trap, and in that order. This is a noob trap because, according to the wiki, which I have on my phone right here, damage done to PvE enemies minus 20%. Damage taken increased by around 33%. PvE enemies HP no change. Souls gained no change. Effect on item discovery, we don't know. But I'm telling you this right now. That is bullshit. So you take a third more damage and do 20% less. That's bullshit. Although there are some nice homeward bones here, which, you know, you have. But the thing is, here's the prompt you get. So you kneel at it, you can offer an awe stone to get further acquainted with the Covenant, to, you know, do better in it. So this will set you on an arduous path. Are you okay with that? Now I thought this was just like, you know, this is like a champion thing, you know, how far can you get, kind of thing. So I was just like, yeah, okay, are you prepared to join this Covenant? Yeah. Join the Company of Champions Covenant? No thank you, because I'm not going to... never mind. I just hate that so much, because it doesn't tell you any of that, which you have to go to the wiki. Now, if you have to leave the game, go to the wiki and find out about this game, because the in-game doesn't tell you shit. That is piss poor game design, and it can only mean one thing, that is a noob trap. That is bullshit, as far as I'm concerned. So let's go down here. And this is another point that forks into 2 paths. That way will lead you to a later point of the game, mainly focused on poison, which, you know, fun. This, however, is when I went first, and so we'll try and recreate my first game experience. So if we keep going down here, we'll eventually find a chest with the Crimson Palmer, which is a kind of... It's an okay shield, but because of my jammy bonuses, I don't really need it. Crimson Palmer. Okay, so here we are, and here's a floodgate. You have to pull the lever up here to open it, which is kind of... From a distance, it's kind of camouflaged into the background a bit, aside from that little lever point, but it took me a while before I found that to allow me to progress any further. Okay, let's get our Soul of the Lost Undead and Broken Sword. Nonsense. Yeah, I'm just... I have a lot of issues with this game. I really do. Up we go. Hyde's Tower of Flame. Yeah. Another issue I have. How far have we come? Not very. And now we're all the way over here. But if we look back to Majula, which is where the tower is, if I don't want to fall off the edge. But it's somewhere over there is where Majula is. We've come all this way. It's ridiculous. And here's our first enemy, this guy. And wow, this is pretty laggy on my end, but you know, such is the nature of having a PC that isn't particularly fond of recording while playing games. Okay, we caught him out there, just at the end. But you see, again, for Dark Souls Veteran, I'm not really all that shaken by these kind of guys. Because big guys tend to not be very good. Although, that said, there isn't a great deal that's bigger than you or smaller than you in Dark Souls, and that stuff that is normally just evil. But anyway, let's rest at the bonfire so we don't have to, you know, do anything. We'll just respawn that guy. Now, Where is Majula from here? Yeah, there's Majula. And look at the distance, it looks away. Now, we went pretty much diagonally... Oh, for goodness sake, we've got to deal with this guy again, I forgot about that. I'm so ignorant with my gameplay. Right, now I want to show you someone else here, if I can. I will try to show you something else about the AI in this game, which is just abhorrent. Okay, walk off the edge. Look at that. Look how piss bloody poor that is. And you get the souls. It counts as you actually defeating him legitimately. Oh goodness, this game. This game, people. I think it hates me. Or it's not, doesn't really hate me as much. Oh goodness. And these guys still have this spin on a disc kind of bullshit where they can adjust their swing. Look at that. Is he on a disc or something? Like, he's on a record player. That's what he's on. Look at that. Look at that bullshit. Oh, come on. Right. Estes. Thank you very much. And the lag is not helping the situation. Idiot. And I hate these Mace Knights because they just seem to never run out of stamina. Right, he's gone. And now we get this. Sublime Bone Dust. More or less what that does is it acts as the Firekeeper Souls did, except rather than giving you 5 human effigies or, you know, leveling up your Estus, it's just a level up Estus thingy. Again, just trying to keep with the old things. Again, another idiot who walked off the ledge. That is just something else, guys. And here's that. Now, we're not going to pull that because I want to show you something. But I'm actually going to go back to the bonfire before I show you it, because I want to increase my Estus power. And I also wouldn't mind leveling up a little. Maybe a lot actually, because I'm going to try and use that homunculus mace, because just to show you how much of an early game powerhouse that weapon is. Okay, so here we are back at Majula, and let's burn the Sublime Bone Dust. Some force to strengthen the Estus Flask, thank you. So let's burn some souls. Just want to use that, really want to use that mace.
There.
Yeah. Now this is another thing. You have to go through that 4 text prompts every single time you want to level up. Now in Demon Souls they did that better because the lady in black would just recite this chant while you were leveling up instead of having to go through the prompts to get to the level up. More issues I have with this game. So there we go. Nice and simple. So let's head back to Hyde's Tower of Flame. Okay, so here we are. And let's go through some more knights. And there's that, he does a 4 attack as well. There we go. So, let's equip the homunculus mace. Look at that damage. So you're talking about 161 versus 183. Yep, I know what weapon I'm using. And with upgrades it gets just infinitely more powerful, so it's a good weapon in my opinion. But it seems mildly overpowered for this early. Now, I mean maybe it doesn't look like a lot as well, but you know, C and E versus C and D. I mean, it's... Never mind, I'm not even going to go there, I'm just going to show you. Because it does blunt damage, which it seems to be... Yeah, I mean, just look at that! Look at that! 4 hits kills one of them. That's ridiculous. That really is. Old Knight Gauntlets. I mean, you know... Wow. Yeah, I'm equipping those, because as long as you stay below 70%, you're sort of what I would call mid-rolling, because there doesn't really seem to be a quick roll. It seems to be mid-roll and fat roll between 70%, which they said it's not more linear, but like the differences are so minute, it might as well be mid-roll and fat roll in my opinion. And here's this. Yeah. Oh look, they all move as one. It's the beginning of a pop song. Where were you going with that? Well, I'll take a bit of a hit there. And dropped... Cracked Blue Eye Orb? No, we're not. Old Knight Helm. Who's that? Who is that? I don't... Okay. Apparently you can summon for this boss fight. Well, I generally died before I got to here, so I never noticed that. Okay. Yeah. You can tell I haven't put as many hours into this game as I have with Dark Souls, but, you know, I know enough. Green Blossom, 3 of them. I won't need that for the next boss, though, because I'm going to show you something which just baffled me how this could slip through the cracks of game development. How do you miss something this obvious? But I'll show it to you. So we'll put on... No, we won't actually. We don't need it. Let's go. So this is the boss fight. Dragon Rider. And I just, you know, this is obvious. So, yeah. How did that slip through the cracks? How did no one notice that? Just, I mean, for goodness sake, this is, how does no one notice these things? Honestly, I can't even find the words. He just walks towards you, you move slightly to the right, and walk through like that, and he just lunges off the edge. I don't even with this game. It's amazing how unbelievably obvious that should have been to anyone who baited the game, and yet no one thought to fix it. Or if they didn't notice it, how? Just how?
Are you from the... My name... I have come. I can see. But the cost...
Yeah. So that she sells miracles and some other nonsense crap, but really we're just gonna talk to her. And again. And again. And again.
So,
there we go.
no need for miracle. The gods...
Oh, shut up. So that was the Dragon Rider. Hope you enjoyed that. So here we are back at Majula, with her sitting there. Come on, level me up.
Bearer of...
Yeah. Okay, let's, what do I want to do here? I think we'll do some equip load, and put that up to... Put that up there. We'll do some more strength. Actually, we'll do a lot of bite as well. We'll do. Okay. So that was that done. Now we're going to go back to Ice Cover of Flame, because I want to show you something else. Okay, so here we are back at Heights Cover of Flame, for a very good reason. Yeah, so there's that guy down. Okay. So we gotta go through all these guys again. Crap. Asshole. That was close. And there he goes. The other thing that bugged me about this game was that the enemies despawn after 15 rounds. Now the reason that bugged me is because if you just have enough time and you kill enough enemies, then the game is just... it becomes empty after a while. And that bugged me because that was one of the great things about Dark Souls, was that no matter how many times you tried it, you just have to get better to get through. In this game you can just mash your character against it, because your health will not go below 50% health, so if you can kill an enemy at 50% health, all you have to do is just keep killing him 15 times, and once he's gone forever, more or less. Which is just... I mean, how did some of this stuff not make sense? Like, I mean, I can understand maybe some players would like it as a change, but I don't, because I feel that takes away a lot of the challenge from Dark Souls, which was get better or die, to now, all you have to do is mash your character against an enemy long enough, and he'll go away. Will he fall off? Will he fall off? Will he? No, the AI has gotten smarter. It's about frickin' time. And I missed. How wonderful. This could be a bit annoying. Yes, my opening. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh crap. Oh crap. Let's be careful. Heal! Hello. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that was a thing. Cracked blew my orb once again. Alright. Yep, so he'll slowly come towards us. And one. And no, you're not doing a second? Okay. And the big swing. And you're mine. I mean, how predictable are some of these patterns that you can just memorize them? Like, I memorized a lot of this stuff within like 10 minutes of playing the game. So yeah. So if we go down here, we'll have an item. Divine Blessing. That could be quite useful. So if we go up here, we have yet another enemy to fight. Hello. There we go. So really, it's become just a bit of a button masher in my eyes. And pull it down. And you see, I did like some of this stuff. But now we get to a point that I want to emphasise. So here we are at the Cathedral of Blue. There's a point I want to emphasise here. So we get an old Radiant Life Gem. In here, Ring of Binding, Human Effigy 5. That's quite a lot. Now the Ring of Binding, what does that do, you may ask? Well, we'll find out. Limits HP reduction when hollow. Do you want to know how much? It limits your HP reduction to 75%. Thereby rendering the penalty for dying, which is losing your health slowly bit by bit until you're at half health, useless. Because at 75%, you just play the game as normal. So what's the point of having it? And you're about to fight another boss here who is just a piss-poor version of Ornstein from the last game, and I'm just... I just wonder... Like... Is there any difficulty to the game? Because honestly, it doesn't often seem like it. So... May as well go full health. That tiny little bit of health we get there. Is there anything else I can do? Is there a shield that blocks more with more stability, perhaps? No, it doesn't. That's got more stability. So does that. But it only blocks 80. 55 versus 40. No, I'm going to stick with the shield, it's better. Okay, so before we go in, let's see, can we equip that? That puts us at 75. We have to get rid of that, don't we? 50. Okay, let's see. Do we... Okay, if we put that on, and we get rid of that, that puts us at 63... This is 70. So I guess this is going to be our fighting attire because I think the well, let's just compare actually. So we get 50 from that, get 80ish, 90ish from that, and we get 70ish from that. Yeah, it's just better to have the old knight stuff, and we look kind of, I don't know, like we're in a dress. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go and fight Ornstein version 2. The old Dragon Slayer, as it were. Oh, damn you. This could be trickier than I remember. Oh dear. So there's that move. I want to do something so I can hit you. Whoa, damn. Eat grass. Yep. Okay. Wow, the frame rate is plummeting with this guy. Oh no, it's back up to 20, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just a bit distracted with the frame rate issues. Ah, crap, I need to actually get close to you for you to do something. Oh, something. I could do with another grass. Or green blossom, whatever. Like, do something. That'll do. Yay! Oh, jammy bastard. He sent me flying. But you see my problem with the life gem thing, because in Dark Souls at this point you'd probably only had about 10 flasks, and so it would have been a bit more limited. You'd have had to actually strategize a bit more, but in this one it's just how much grass or whatever do you have, and if you have enough you can kill him. Circle Strafe, the ultimate of strategies. And he gets a bit of a defense buff there when he does that attack because it leaves him quite vulnerable. There we go. That hit you hard, didn't it? Hold on, steam, buddy. And by the way, where's your buddy Smo? Okay, what's that one? That's the straight at me. Okay. Oh dear. I will say this boss fight would have been a lot harder if I had not had the old knight stuff. Because that adds a pretty big advantage in terms of defense. But it's pretty much the same deal. The only difference is I would have been using more life gems. But there we go. Victory achieved. Hold the old ring. So that's 2 bosses on the first try. One because of a really, really obvious... I mean, I wouldn't call it a glitch, but a really obvious exploit to instantly kill the boss. And there's this asshole. I'm not going to bother talking to him because he just says... what does he say? Just... What do you say?
Transient being. This is no place for one such as you.
Yeah, okay.
Be gone.
Yeah, okay, thanks for being a dickhead. Okay. So get some cracked blue eye orbs. And what else? Hide and Light, Iron Mask, and Tower Shield. So yeah, give you an idea of the Tower Shield. That's OP this early in the game. 7 ace stability, 100 physical defense. It's an OP shield. You shouldn't get that this early, even with defeating Old Dragon Slayer. If it had been 90% defense, maybe it would have been fairer, but 100% defense this shield, this early in a game that's supposed to be uber difficult, maybe not. So there's that. Let's head back to good old Majula. So here she is, hello.
Bearer of
Yeah.
seek lest
Yep.
this
Yep, okay. Level me up, please. We'll do some... Actually, what does the Tower Shield require? It requires 30 strength. Okay, we'll do that then. Get 30 strength. Okay. And now that we've got that, we can equip ourselves a Tower Shield. And that puts us above anyway, so we may as well put on our boots. So now we're pretty much kitted out, but we are fat rolling. But now, this is how, well, aside from the, take the helmet off. This is more or less how I started the game. Which, by the way, for the characters later on in the game, is OP insanity. But I've been the Banter Guy. Thanks for watching my Dark Souls 2 opinionated thingy-majiggy. It's not really a review, it's not really a walkthrough, but it gives you some idea of what I believe about Dark Souls 2. Thanks for watching. See you next time.